Hello and welcome to the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. We don't take days off because reptilians don't take days off. And going into the new year, Ollie, they're going to take even less days off because we are going to start doing 15 shows a week.
15 shows a week?
Yep. Every day.
You've only just
15 shows. One
just
for
put that on
every-
me now.
Yeah, a fucking baker's dozen of shows. I know
I've forgotten to do
baker's
my
dozen.
hair. Just realised it's just like a little...
Oh, your fringe
Tough.
is really looking weird. Like
like Tintin.
Yeah, only joking. We're still going to do 3 shows a week. We're not going to try and do fucking any more.
No, you said you were going to do some of your little sexy
I'll get back to doing
montages.
some of those. I'll get back to doing some of those. It's a time thing at the minute. Look, think of it as seasons. Season 1's over.
I think we
We're gonna
want to do
work
some
on
live
season 2.
stuff. Definitely want to do some live stuff. But we don't know how that's going to work out, but we want to make it fun for everybody. So yeah,
Including us.
Including us, yeah. Needs to be
Yeah.
fun for us. That's the main thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're
We've got to
all
keep the
pumped.
boys happy.
You mean us or the Winkies?
All 4 of us.
Well, it's been let's fucking get before we get into the actual topics we're going to talk about today. It's been a wild year for us. You know, the 2025. For those that don't know, if you listen to this show, we are actually recording this on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
It's been a year of transition for the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. The year before we thought was a year of transition because we went from Alien Addict to the Daily Conspiracy Podcast, and then
Fucking, is it all in the space of a year?
no, that's 2 years ago now. Oh no, kind of. October, our year as the Daily Conspiracy Podcast, our 12 months ran from
October to
October 24 to October 2025. That's when we became what we have become today. But yeah, we moved. Then obviously we lost a host. We shrunk the shows down to 3 shows a week instead of 5 shows a week, which seems like you guys. I know you will protest, but you're voting with your downloads. You're downloading the shows more. Like we get more people listen to the show when there's 3 than there was when there was 5. It was weird. It's not what I would have
It gives us
expected either.
chance to look into stuff more as well, and to
Yeah.
whereas before sometimes we were hitting it fucking right on the nipple when that nipple needs to get hard for a day.
Maybe yeah. I think that's a way to explain it, Ollie. That is a way to explain it.
Made perfect sense to me.
But it's also stops burnout as well. You know, that's the thing. Like with the people turn around and say, "Oh, you just record like 3 shows a week. What's the problem?" Because there's fucking everything else involved as well. There's fucking I know it doesn't sound like we plan things sometimes, but we absolutely do. And there's other stuff going on, so it's been a weird year, and I am.
If you want more from us, share us, help us grow.
Yes.
Fucking, if you want more from us, we've both got day jobs.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the gig. Well, it's the gig that we want, but we still have to put the food on the table for the family.
Yes, exactly. But I'm really looking forward to 2026 because we've
got 1 year left, Lee.
We've got 1 year left.
Got to enjoy 2026.
Yeah, got to though, because we're all gone in 27.
Also, just say, Lee, quickly, this.
Can you stop fucking interrupting me?
It's 2026 now, Lee. That's what I'm saying. People are listening to this right now. It's 2026.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm really looking forward to this. Like this year, I said we're recording on Christmas Eve because it feels like there doesn't have to be anything that changes for us over the course of this 12 months. I just feel like we can fucking pound forward just hopefully putting good content out for you guys without any major fucking like changes to the formula. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. How about you, Ollie? What are you thankful for in 2026? What were you thankful for in 25?
In 2025, what was I thankful for? Everything, mate. You know, I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
The country's not quite burnt yet. You know, so I'm thankful for that.
That's good. I'm glad that's cheery.
I'll be a little bit soppy. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for this podcast and the family of fucking conspiratorial people that we have.
Weaponized retards.
Weaponized retards. That's a fucking great name. We should change the fucking... Forget... you. I know Lee just said no changes. I feel like we should just go with that in 2026. Change the name now, Lee.
I've got a list for us, Ollie. Like of things that went on. Number one on my list.
How many we got? How many numbers?
We got 5.
Okay.
Not 33, not 25. We got 5.
We were gonna go with 25. Fucking
we
hell.
were gonna, yeah. That was a lot. That was a lot. But this one is kind of 3 bunched up together. The UFOs, Nazca mummies, 3-Eye Atlas. It has been, as people will have noticed, like the resurgence of the UFO conspiracy, of the alien conspiracy, of the interdimensional being conspiracy, of black budget technologies like stolen from the dying hands of a grey. It's been the year of UFOs.
It has. I feel like the mummies and the 3-Eye Atlas will follow on into 2026 as well. So
I think there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things on this list which are
definitely UFOs. We'll get a UFO sighting.
Yeah, but there's like stuff on this list which is nowhere near settled. Nowhere near. I mean,
we
first
didn't
of
get
all,
any closure on that. We like I didn't think we were gonna do, but we've got the mummy scans, which people are now they believe this now.
I believed. I
no,
knew.
I'm in.
Knew
I wasn't.
Right.
I think I said this on Alien Addict. I said this is bullshit. I said I think I said I could make this. I said I want that thing ripped out of its chest and tested, which I don't know if they've done that yet. Have they ripped it out of its chest and tested it?
I don't think so.
Well, they need to do that.
I
I would want to saw one of them things in half.
Yeah, but you can't.
You know, like that museum where
they don't actually have to now, though, do they?
I just think it'd be nice. You know?
Because they've done these incredible like 3D. How was it explained? Like a 3D autopsy, something like that. I can't remember how they did it. Where they've basically done X-ray slices and been able to create like a I wouldn't say perfect, but an incredibly detailed 3D render of like the inside of that thing.
That's fair enough, but everybody likes the practicality of slicing, especially when it comes to science. So how many of these things have they got? I think they've got enough of them that they could chop one up.
3? Was it 3? They got 3?
Okay. If they've got 3.
But they're all different, aren't they? This is the thing. The tall tridactyl things are different to the smaller ones they've found. I think there's differences between the big ones as well. You know, there's been a couple. One of them has eggs. The other has live young inside it. That suggests 2 different species.
Take an egg out.
Yeah, but no, that's massive though. The fact that one of these, when we're not like even if it's like the idea of a like a separate species that lived alongside people that died out, like we could think of like other different types of humanoids and stuff like that. this is two different types of humanoids, because you don't get one species that births both like eggs and live young.
Yeah. I mean, jokes aside, I know we said we ate them on a show. But jokes aside, I think we're if that was a living thing, I think we
didn't
may
say
be
that.
responsible.
We didn't say that, Ollie.
Who said it?
You said that.
I'm glad you're giving me credit finally. You did say, what if the greys taste fucking delicious?
But I think the alien delicatessen hypothesis, which I'm going to call it, is I feel that's an Ollie special.
No, but like I say, jokes aside, what if we did wipe them out? What if, not necessarily eating them, but what if whatever that thing was living in that cave, some of them have gone underneath? We've heard the theory from the Indians when they said, I forgot, I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but he said the ant people. Have you heard that? Mm-hmm. That guy goes and talks to them tribe people and shows them a picture of an alien grey, and he says, well, yeah, the ant people. They'll come up and they'll take your soul or something. What if some of these things have gone underground, but there was a lot of them that we just we thought, these are a threat, these little bastards. Let's get rid.
Possibly. I always think in these situations it's really weird that these have just come up. And they didn't appear to they were found in a cave. It's not like it was some sort of crazy mining operation, and they just came across these things as some sort of archaeological thing, dating back thousands and thousands of years. I mean, which they very well might do. But do you know what I mean? It's it's not. If you find something in a cave, it feels very much like a surface thing rather than even though it's in a cave, it's anything but surface. But
maybe they entered the wrong fucking cave and they had nowhere to go.
What I mean is, it hasn't been hidden by time. It's just been an unfound, if you want. So where are the others? Why haven't we found stuff like this before? Have we found stuff like this before and it's been suppressed?
Well, let me elaborate on that, because what you just said, because the person that found them, he took them to the cave that he found them in, and they were like, "There's no way they were in here." He does the tours. What if you were just given them and said, "Listen, present these. You'll make some money. Keep your mouth shut. This is where you found them." Mm-hmm. Going into Free Eye Atlas, all these things right now, it seems just perfect for the disclosure that they want us to know about. And we got the alien bodies, we got the scans are showing that it's real, and now we're seeing something approached from outside our solar system and entered at a perfect angle, hanged out behind the sun for a bit, and now it's I think it's still in our solar system at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah. Just quickly before we skip off to do maybe some talk about the 3-Eye Atlas and things, I'd just like to say that if it was me and I came across for some that's, I'm going to say alien just because it's not like us, so rather that doesn't necessarily mean I think these are space creatures. It's something alien to us. If I was digging around in caves, which I would never do, because spelunking, I think, is the fucking most terrifying thing in the world. You see people
spelunking.
Splunking.
Oh.
When you see people crushing themselves through incredibly small things, going, "Oh, I don't seem to be able to go through here. Hope I can get back, or I'm dead."
You're a knobhead.
Yeah, absolutely. Terrible idea. Terrible sport. Awful. Just do something else. Just do something else.
It's like fucking wanking off into a mousetrap.
Fight something. Like, find one of the fighting things that you enjoy doing, and that will scare you enough that you don't have to throw yourself into a cave. But if I had have splunked, I would have and if I'd splunked and come across an alien, and there's a few of them there, I would take the worst examples. I would put them somewhere else. And I would say this now. Maybe I wouldn't think this at the time, but in hindsight, I would put them somewhere else. Go, look at this. I found these things. Come and speak to me. Give me money. And then once everything was going on, and you had like the super rich people that were in, like the Elon Musks, the fucking Bezoses, the what's his name, the Skinwalker Ranch guy.
Oh,
Bigelow's, yeah, of the world. And I'd be like, oh, you think it's interesting? Would you like one? Maybe I could acquire one for you. And then I would, if there was, say if I found 5, I would bring 2 to the service and the other 3 I'd sell to private collectors on the quiet.
You'd set like Jaime.
No, well more wealthy than Jaime.
That's what I mean. That so Jaime's he's made a pretty penny on UFOs, but I don't know if he's made that much to acquire an actual alien. So was he given it?
That's. I think he stole it by the sounds of it. And well, let's also point out that the aliens he wielded out aren't the big ones that are all scrunched up. The ones he wheeled out were the ones that look like they were made of cake mix, and they are almost certainly fakes. He's attached himself to the other ones.
The ones that he brought out, and Ryan Graves went, I'm not having my picture took with that behind me.
Yeah. The ones he brought out are suspect as living fuck.
What if that was part of it as well, to get Ryan to actually have his photograph taken with that?
No, I don't think he had any idea what it was like.
No, I know, but that would discredit him.
He was paid for an appearance.
Okay.
I think that's all it was. It's like, we want to book Ryan Graves. How much is it going to cost? 10 grand. Awesome. We want to book him to come on. He can talk about his encounters. It can be part of our presentation. Jobs are good. And
I bet he didn't read the what you call it and go. So yeah, UFOs.
No, he was probably intrigued,
mummies.
mate. He was probably intrigued. He probably. It was probably explained to him that this was going to happen. I would like to hope it would do, because then again, saying that, if it wasn't, it would make sense why there would be a breach of contract, and he could still keep whatever fee he got to turn up. Because let's face it, he's not gone to Mexico, to stand there with Jaime Maussan out of the goodness of his heart. That does absolutely nothing for what he was doing. Yeah,
mate. If Jaime wants to pay us, he can have...
Fucking right, yeah, absolutely.
There could be a fossilized Grinch, and I'd fucking go.
I'd give it duck face and everything next to that alien. Be like, right next to the alien. I'd be all over it, like all over it.
Would you touched it?
I'd have licked it if he'd paid me.
No, seriously, if you'd been in that room, would you go, I need to touch that thing?
I'm a very tactile person. I'd have to.
Yeah,
I'm really bad for, like, just if I see something, go, what does this do?
I might have even broke like a finger off or something, taking it. The little alien hand.
Smuggle it back in a bag of fish fingers. So 3i Atlas as well, which we're kind of wrapping into the whole UFO thing. We got very excited about that. Yep. I still see.
I've not written it off.
Well, you'll never see it again, so you probably want to.
Nope.
It does feel right. It does feel like there was something fucking strange about it all. I'm unsure why the scientist guy, whose name has escaped me again, Ollie, help me.
It's the
Avilobe.
Avilobe. Just think of earlobe.
Okay.
His name will always come to you.
Yeah. I'm unsure why he went in so hard so quickly. And maybe it would have given his case a little bit better if he'd have just gone, this is really strange. And it's fucking aliens.
Well, he did the same with Amor. Well, it's kind of. But he like, if Amor was foreplay, Free Eye Atlas was full blown.
It was, but you know,
Dirty
in
sex.
some ways, I think Amor was fucking more interesting.
Well, because it was the first of it. Because it
was the first deep space. It accelerated away from the sun when it came round. You know, it's the
no, but it didn't come in that the unique angle this thing came at was, I think it's one in. I want to say
one in lots.
One in lots, yeah. I'm not going to put a number behind it. But it's one in something big.
Yeah, one in big, one out of big chances. But it was exciting. Like I really did think I'd like. I obviously it's you can never be 100% on things like this, but there was a real like part of me up to the point it passed Earth and went away. I had obviously the idea that it was just going to come in, whip out, and fucking go off out to space again made sense. So that's always a possibility. But my two biggest conspiracy possibilities were that we were being lied to about its trajectory, and it was actually something coming towards Earth, and we were essentially going to live in the don't look up situation, where you could see it in the sky getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of the people would be going, "No, it's fine.
It's just going to pass by. It's going to enjoy it."
Neil deGrasse Tyson said it's going past us, and we'll be fine. So I thought that was
the size of a fucking football, people. It's fine.
Yeah. So that was one of the theories I had about what it might do or what might happen with it. And then the second conspiracy theory I had for it was that as soon as it got either behind the sun, it wouldn't come out, or when it did come out of the sun, it would get close to Earth and just stop. And neither of those cool things happened, and it just carried on like normal, like you would think it would do, which was highly boring of it.
So I've got a prediction, a daily conspiracy podcast prediction that I've not discussed with you, Lee.
Can I guess your prediction?
Yeah.
After never seeing in the history of histories, we will see another interstellar object within the next 12 months.
2027. You've pretty much guessed it, but I think it'll come in at the same angle, and they're like, no, it cannot. The chances of this is none. It's coming at the same angle. We think it's the same shape.
Is Apophis 2027?
I believe so. Or it could be 20. Oh no, it could be 2030.
Because that's the scary one. Apophis is the fucking.
It's a big boy, that.
It's not good, and the idea that if it doesn't hit us this time, it'll hit us in like.
I think it's a miracle that we've not been hit since the dinosaurs. I know we've been hit. Apparently, they tell us. But I think it's a miracle that we're still standing.
I think it's a miracle that the Earth's in the way of the moon, but the side of the moon we see is peppered with craters.
Yeah, I mean, planes and cables.
The back side of the moon should be peppered.
Is it not?
No, it doesn't matter whether it is or not. It should be peppered, but the front.
I think
side
both, because the slingshot effect. But you don't see any new pepper, do you? You don't see it. You go, oh, fucking hell, that's a new crater.
I don't know. I don't know whether fucking asteroids are the fucking answer, if I'm honest, to these things.
Have you seen it when someone unravels the moon and they unravel the whole thing and then they put Earth and it looks like a fucking reflection?
The reflection of Earth theory, yeah, I never know what to think about that. It's pretty fucking. It's almost too fucking far out there for me. It's almost like the idea of entertaining the flat Earth theory for realsies. And it's not like some people say, yeah, what difference does it make to me? I mean, it makes pretty big difference. If I don't think it is, if that was true, it would mean that basically every fucking book and everything you've seen and everyone that spoke to you about how the world works and what you live on is a fucking lie. That's a pretty big deal. That is a fucking
have you seen,
existential issue you have yourself there.
Have you seen, I don't know if you get them on the Isle of Man, but you know when you're driving your car around a tight bend and it's got that that mirror that's round, ovaled out. Do you get them?
Yeah, we have mirrors.
Yeah, so everything everything's kind of tiny, but you see everything.
Yeah.
What if that's what the moon is, and you see everything?
Maybe.
And that's why it looks like craters.
Yeah.
When really it's just all the different fucking realms.
We've definitely digressed, but I suppose the last thing to touch on when it comes to aliens, and we've kind of gone half an hour on this already, is the like we've spoke about so many times on this show, the government involvement in UFOs, extraterrestrials, congressional hearings, Congress people talking about it, whistleblowers coming forward, which I've always had a problem with. I've always had a problem with whistleblowers, and even the so like over here, for instance, where I come from, there's no, it's nothing to do with UFOs or anything, but there is a whistleblower committee being put together. So if anyone wants to come forward and like say things that are going on in the government, they can do it, and there's an avenue for them to do that. I'm sorry, but if you are a whistleblower and you are following the official government guidelines of how to whistleblow, you're not a fucking whistleblower. If you're trying to fucking bring something that's so incendiary forward that it can upend parts of the government, but you're using governmental protections to do that, chances are not a whistleblower. Edward Snowden was a whistleblower.
He was a whistleblower.
And didn't work out too well for him. We've had whistleblowers that have ended up fucking dead 24 hours after blowing the whistleblowers. We've had whistleblowers that have turned up in different pieces in briefcases. That's what happens to whistleblowers.
We've had whistleblowers that have not even given it a blow.
No, they've just gone, gone. So I have a big problem with that, with the whistleblowers that come forward.
You mean they're allowed to come forward, or they're paid to come forward?
They're allowed to continue breathing, Ollie.
No, but do you think
that's
they're in
what I
do you
find
think some
strange.
of these guys are fucking in on it?
I think, right, let's face it, yeah? If you'd have wanted to keep this UFO thing under wraps, David Fravor was the first, right? Yeah, that came through in modern history. But you can even go back to Bob Lazar. In an unconnected world, because it's very difficult to look past the connection we have these days, like 24-hour instantaneous information. We can do this show with fucking anybody with a decent internet connection. Not even a decent internet connection, just a normal internet connection. And like we can talk to people in real time all around the world. Like, it's in our lifetime, it's gone from people having to like speak on the phones to people in different countries and wait till they heard the voice, speak and send it back.
Yep.
To instantaneous communication and like this fucking nightmarish dystopian social media thing we seem to have created. It's difficult to think that when Bob Lazar came out in the 80s, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Lazar could have come out in the 80s, and if he was actually
He was
growing-
80. I think it was 89
Yeah.
going into 90s.
what I'm trying to say is, even when he did his like blacked out interview as fucking Larry or whatever his name was, then
Dennis.
before he came out properly.
It was Dennis.
Do you believe for a split second that the people that were involved with, but let's say his story's true, the people that are involved with back engineering alien spacecraft, the people that are involved with harboring bodies of fucking extraterrestrials on a top secret military base that wasn't even fucking disclosed for years, even though everyone knew it was there, and people would say, no, we can see it. We can see the base from the top of this hill. And the US government would go, no, you can't. It's not there. That is not there. That over there is not there. They'd just kill him. You're telling me that, oh, it's okay on George Knapp, he blacked his face out. Really? Because
Also a little bit racist.
I'm pretty convinced they knew exactly who that motherfucker was from the first interview. And because it's the like if they'd have like his argument is I had to come forward in case they'd have killed me. If they'd have killed him and somebody would turn around to George Knapp and said, shut the fuck up, George, or you'll go the same way, no one would have heard of Bob Lazar.
Do you know what I think it is? If I had to guess, the reason why the Bobs are allowed to fucking talk about this is I think it is true. We have one thing that they're telling the truth about is that we've known about this for a fucking long time. I think in that interview on Joe Rogan with Bob Lazar, he dropped a massive truth bomb when he said it was from an archaeological dig. I think that the reason why we get some of these people speaking about UFOs is to almost get us off the scent that this is like. So in India, you had the Vimanas, if that's how you pronounce it. All different cultures. You've got fucking flying carpets and all sorts of shit like that. Dragons. There was that massive scene in, I think it was Bulgaria or somewhere like that, where they had the battle in the sky. I think these things have been around for a very long time.
I think it was Germany, wasn't it?
Was it Germany? Okay.
I think so. Was it Nuremberg, something like that?
It could be,
Maybe,
but I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I've got I can see the painting now in my head
can.
with
well,
all
with it's got like the arrows and the balls.
It's got the like this classic cigar shaped fucking UFO and all sorts of shit. I think we've known about this for a long time. We've got no idea what it is. They've tried to back engineer it, and it's fucking magic. I think you need people that know fucking magic to do this shit. We've got the drones. The drones are ours.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know if I hope they're ours or if it's worse that they're not ours. I don't know what's the word. But I mean, the drone thing was, if we're talking about 2025, we got the drones towards end of 2024, and it carried on into 2025 with these things being over different air bases.
Yeah.
We're still none the wiser.
Yeah.
You know, these are things that we did the show where you was speaking over, was it the French president? I think it was. Was it the French
yeah.
Talking about them, saying we have no idea what they fucking are.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump has fucking addressed it. Nobody knows.
Vladimir Putin's addressed it as well. Vladimir Putin said, like, we don't have that. And I think I find that really interesting as well for Putin to say something like that, because it's a resignation. I mean, you could always say, well, he's not going to say we've got secret technology. And I get that as well. But also, Vladimir Putin is a very prideful, for want of more extreme words.
Are you going to be called a Putin sympathizer or whatever they call?
No, because that's the thing. Like I'm really not. I remember the fact that he kills fucking political opponents and like fucking media people that go against him. I remember those things, and I'm not one of those people who go, "Oh my god, we'll be so much better with Putin in power." Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's just weird. It's weird for him to admit that, but we've been going 36.
Yep, I was just good. Yep,
sorry. So I think it's
a big
time.
one for us because we love the fucking UFOs.
To be fair, it was three or four different topics split up over 36 minutes. It's fine. Number 2, I've got on my list here. These aren't in any particular order of importance.
I would say this is number 4, Lee.
What?
We've just hit 3 topics there.
Kind of, yeah, okay, but number 2 on the list.
Okay.
So it's spacey alien shit is 1. Number 2 on the list was the assassination of Charlie Kirk. 1 particularly close to us because we had to record a podcast like fucking immediately after it.
We were literally about to record a 9/11 show.
Yeah, wild. And it's see, the funny thing is
just quickly there. Can I just remind people how it happened?
Go.
We were about to record a fucking 9/11 show, and I went, Lee, have you seen this?
Yeah.
And you said, I think you said I've heard something about something that's happened.
Yeah.
And did you?
I hadn't seen the video. I hadn't seen the video at all.
Did you think it was real at the time, or do you think? This was just,
no. Yeah. I saw it was being reported like there was gunshots at Charlie Kirk rally, and then I saw more reports that Charlie Kirk had been shot. Then I saw reports saying that he'd made it to the hospital and he was alive, and everything.
I saw your face.
Oh yeah, and then I watched the video and like that guy's dead. That I just watched a man die.
Insane.
And but the insane part is now then like that it seemed crazy, then it got crazy.
It's still crazy.
It's still crazy, but I think we had the following week on, we had Coach Colin on from YouTube, and he had a really good point about it. And he said the wild thing about it is that it's the first public assassination we've had. Or at least, sorry, I shouldn't say that because I'm sure there has been others, but okay, big Western assassination since the advent of social media and, again, instant communication. And we went from, like, it didn't even get, like, 9/11 had the grace period, didn't it? 9/11 had the grace period of, let's not let the terrorists win. Like lots of people were behind military action and stuff like that.
America, I think you heard that everybody was like uniting.
Yeah,
the left and the right together, fucking everything.
Yeah, this went from Charlie Kirk getting assassinated to JFK on steroids in 48 hours. 48 hours, it was dissected. The fucking movements of everybody in the crowd were looked at. How was he blinking? Was he smiling? Was he shocked? Was he not shocked? Did he stand up or did he get down? So did someone pull their fucking shirt up at the same time as the fucking bullet went off? Was it a shooter from coming from, up and to the right of Charlie Kirk to the side, shooting him in the side of the neck? Was it an entry or exit wound? Was it the lapel mic? There was so many things.
Mm-hmm.
So many things. And then I personally think that was the catalyst in this rise that we've seen over the past few months of like everything is the Jews. And I find like that's there was a tweet shown from there's a tweet and there's a clip of Charlie Kirk about where he's being critical of Israel for certain things. But apart from those two things, he's been a big friend of Israel, regardless, like wherever you stand on it. Like that's a fact. He's, for the majority of time, he's been a friend of Israel. Like lots of people in his position, like Tommy Robinson, for instance, in the UK. I find it wild that it is his death has been used as the catalyst for this stuff. And don't get me wrong, with certain grounding as well. And to be skeptical of everyone, like the people turn around. It's Mossad, yeah. Mossad's probably fucking whack. The same as the CIA are. The same as MI6. You don't want to get on the fucking wrong side of an intelligence agency. Like, it's just not a good move.
Well, we didn't really. I know we were going to touch on this, but there was the whole Candace Owens thing where she was like really like on blaming the whole Israel thing.
Yeah,
and then she met up with Charlie Kirk's missus.
We haven't we haven't talked about it on this show, but I had a good chat with Danny on the show, which went out on our podcast as well when I guested on the Rabbit Hole, and like two people benefited from Charlie Kirk's death. Like two people directly benefited from it. His wife and Candace Owens. No two individuals. Certain individuals with inside Turning Point might have done, because if you take somebody as powerful as Charlie Kirk out of a powerful organization, it creates a vacuum, and the space that vacuum has will be sucked up probably by not one individual, but by a few different people trying to fulfill their own interests. So other people will have benefited from a power vacuum. It's just how it works. But let's do Erica Kirk first. I think the actions of Erica Kirk after the death of Charlie Kirk were really strange. I think when you find out more about her and who her parents were, and the pictures of Charlie Kirk and his children and her, and you do wonder,
filming your husband's dead hand,
which didn't look real.
It did look odd, I have to say.
Didn't look real. And of course, like, look,
but just quickly there, though, Lee.
Just a second, Ollie. I never speak in 100% certainties with these things. Everything I just said could be bullshit, but the fact it was picked up on, and the fact multiple people picked up on everything I just pointed out, suggests it's at least worth discussion.
But just quickly there,
yeah.
Why not put a real, if it wasn't Charlie Kirk that was lying there, why not get an actor to put his hand with a bit of makeup on it, that rather than a dummy's hand? Surely that would make it.
It's another person
involved.
Yeah. It also means if you, I don't know why, because that's I also see, that's the other thing is, it could have also been an overzealous mortician. Do you know what I mean? Like we didn't see the face of Charlie Kirk, for instance. Maybe he went overboard and going like, I need to make this motherfucker look alive. I want to represent Charlie Kirk in death, how he was alive, and that's why it all went a bit fucking Donald Trump with the skin coloring. Like, it absolutely could have been that. It could have just been like a bit too much makeup to make the body look good. It
seems such an odd thing to do, though. I mean, I can't imagine.
It could also be saturation of the camera as well. No, but it could be saturation of filming you. No, I get that. Yeah, I would hate it. I wouldn't know, but it's something I wouldn't want to happen to me.
I got asked. Weird enough, I got asked to film a funeral once. One of my best mates. He's Chinese, and his mum said that she wanted to send the family the funeral, and that was really, I felt awkward as hell for holding the video camera at the time, filming it. But I knew she needed to send it home. I don't know the reason why Charlie Kirk's wife would film Charlie Kirk's hand, other than to get a reaction from media.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you made them reshoot the whole funeral just because somebody coughed.
Yeah, I am like that.
um, yeah, and then like onto well, sorry, just quickly before we get off Erica Kirk, even the uh like the fireworks at the funeral was weird. It was more like a WWE entrance. There's been some incredibly funny memes about all this, as there are like the I never think anything is like off limits to laugh at. It's always been the way I am. I think it's that we should be able to laugh at just about fucking everything.
Oh yeah, and I mean, mate, the tweet you put out, the anger of both of us when that happened, and then we had who did we have on a week or two after, the Hibbler. We had Hibbler on, and he kind of said, "Do you not think that this is the reaction
Yeah,
that they want you to they want you to have?" And it got me thinking. I thought, shit, we're a conspiracy channel. We're a fucking conspiracy channel, and we've almost been like that moment. Both me and you, when we saw that happened, we were with the majority. That fuck me, what the fuck has happened? What's the left done?
Do you not think even what we're talking about, like as far as the like, because it's become about Candace Owens and Erica Kirk, but yet it's almost become secondary as. Was the shooter? That seems to have been like lost in the like in the
translation
stuff. Yeah. You know, I know there was strange stuff went down because realistically, right? Let's not be stupid and beat ourselves up too much. Something like Charlie Kirk being assassinated has been on the cards since 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like there has been conservative commentators that have gone around college campuses in the US that have had to wear bulletproof jackets before. Do you know, like this is not new. The idea that security has to be tight because, and I still stand by where some of my anger came from when it comes to social discourse in the Western world. The left, in general, throw the first stone.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you look at the riots that have happened, generally what you would consider left-wing riots. The only one people go back to, which is a pretty big one, and I will wholeheartedly fucking agree with people, would be January the 6th. But even that is like we've got the camera footage now. We've got the camera footage of security guards allowing people in. We've got camera footage of what seems to be people dressed awfully similar with awfully similar shoes on that are riling things up and making things worse. And like I 100% think there was agent provocateurs involved in January the 6th. That was not a natural occurrence what happened there. Then you've got the BBC line about what Donald Trump was saying, which was another thing that happened this year, and editing that whole thing out fucking weirdly, which will hopefully result in a lawsuit which will take down the entire organization. But the second part of the Charlie Kirk story was then Candace Owens, and like I said, I wish people, because the people seem to be in a Erica Kirk is a grieving widow and a fierce survivor, and Candace Owens is like a mentalist, Jew hater. It seems to be one of the consensuses, or Erica Kirk is Charlie Kirk's like Israeli handler, and the Candace Owens is just this beacon of light, hope, and truth. And I don't think fucking either of them are true. I think there's a world and a place you can be where you go, Erica Kirk is sus as fuck. Like how she is acting, what she is doing is really strange. and you can give it all that people grieve differently as much as you want. You go, right, okay, well, this seems to be a very fucking unique set of grieving.
It's a bit odd.
Yeah, grieving tendencies she has. And you can also go, I think Candace Owens is crazy.
But whatever you think of Candace Owens, she did kind of call that shit out. Said this is not the behaviour of somebody who's just like, she said that. But then she met up with her and she changed the tune in a private meeting.
Yeah, but she was. I think what would have happened. I don't think there was any. I personally, what happened there? What happened there is she's got in a room with Erica Kirk. And Erica Kirk's turned around and said, "Listen, if you don't stop this, I'm going to sue the fuck out of you. Everything you have, I'm going to take away from you with litigation." I think that was the conversation that went down, and that. But don't forget though, she did that for like an hour, and then she was straight back on the fucking horse again.
She was, but she changed the tune.
No, but she's back. She's like not for long.
Odd.
I know, but I don't. This is the thing, though, right? I don't think people like I said, when I say two people benefited from Charlie Kirk's death, I mean financially.
Yeah, you're not being insensitive, but
no,
I see what you're saying.
It's not about sensitivity. I don't mind being insensitive. I just want people to realize that, like, not like Erica Kirk obviously benefited financially from the death of Charlie Kirk, but like Candace Owens isn't doing this stuff from the goodness of her heart. She's not doing it because he was my friend. She's doing it because, oh my God, look at these numbers when I did a show about Charlie. That's what she did. Look, fucking, we've done it. Not quite with the same access. Not, I think, with the same level of fucking.
Mate, we could barely speak when that happened. I mean, it was a popular
but
show,
like, not with the
we
same
couldn't speak.
But not with the same venom as the way what I think Candace Owens has gone in with. But like, we've done shows where we've done a show on like Diddy, for instance, years ago. We don't tend to number chase as much now. I think that like over the past 6 months, it just tends to be like what's Lee and Ollie interested in, and that's what we'll talk about. But there was definitely shows when like the Diddy stuff came out. We go, well, we should probably do another Diddy show tomorrow because people want us to talk about that, and that's fine because like the algorithm shows you what people want you to talk about to an extent, and realistically, I don't think we do enough of the algorithm like surfing, but it's just
maybe we should. Maybe it's not should be our New Year's resolution.
Yeah, maybe we're too fucking like too honourable to like to chase numbers, but I think that's definitely what Candace has been doing. Number 3, Ollie. Epstein files and the backlash of not getting them, and then the backlash of getting them.
When that came out the other day, I mean, it was a couple of weeks ago? I think I rang you and said, Lee, what the fuck do we do with this?
I don't know. And I still don't know. I've looked through loads of the photos of them, and yeah, they're pretty fucking incriminating. And there's so many pictures of Epstein,
but there's so many blurred out.
Yeah, but there's so many pictures of Epstein with what seems like young girls, and then but the wild thing is, and I get that, right? Like there's one picture which is particularly harrowing, which has Epstein and somebody else stood next to him. I can't remember who it was, and there is, God, maybe that person had their face blacked out as well.
There's Bill Clinton in a hot tub.
But there's 3 young children that are clearly children as well, because there's a few people have jumped on them, and I've looked at some of the pictures, and someone have said that's a child, and you go, that could be a fucking 12-year-old or a 20-year-old. I cannot tell who that is. Do you know what I mean? It's not quite as extreme as 12 and 20, but you know what I mean. There's like it's the ones where you look at and you go, all right, that's slam dunk. That's what I think you need to focus on until there's more information. And this one of these three kids that are like on their knees in front of him, and you go, fuck, like, what happened 5 minutes after that fucking photograph was taken?
I feel like there's more pictures, but we just
There's
don't.
definitely more pictures. Like, if he was running a blackmail operation, there is nothing blackmail worthy there. So there has to be more stuff.
Do you think this going out now is just more blackmail to say, listen, we fucking got it. Come on. I need you to play ball. We have the files. Because they've released this. I think there's some leverage there over somebody massive.
Right. Sum up for me in a short, concise like chunk. So it's again not a test.
It feels like a test.
It feels. No, I promise it's not. Sum up for me what you think Epstein Island and Epstein was, and why it was doing what it was doing.
I think it was definitely used to. I think Jeffrey Epstein was used to get massive people and have leverage over huge business, for blackmail purposes. But at the same time, there was probably some fucking Aleister Crowley shit going on that island.
Interesting. Right. You've got me. The funny thing is with that, what we've learned in the past about all this shit is that, and again, like to give Coach Colin another shout out, it is his idea of the fact that there is a conspiracy theory, and then underneath it is like an official conspiracy theory that is promoted. Right. Everyone thinks it's a blackmail operation. Everyone thinks it was a blackmail operation. That, and for only that reason, casts doubt in my mind that it had anything to do with being a blackmail operation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, why has this one come out? And I've always said it. Like, the reason I'm most suspect about all the Epstein stuff is, why has no one spoke about where it goes on else? Sorry, I'll rephrase that sentence. Why is no one else talking about where? Why can't I say that? Why is nobody else talking about elsewhere that this might be going on? That'll do.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, obviously we got the new documentary that came out from 50 Cent on P Diddy, which is I've watched a few episodes of it. It's pretty good.
I watched it all. It's
yeah. I kind of feel like he was. I don't think the same level as Jeffrey Epstein, but I think he was controlling a certain part, like the entertainment business of that. Jeffrey Epstein was controlling the big business part of that. So I think these two entities have leverage over each other, and I think that goes. I think it's bigger than just Epstein Island and fucking P Diddy. I think it's going on everywhere. There's probably a bigger Epstein Island.
Yeah, so that's the reason then is why, because it was going on for a while, and if you were, I don't know if I don't know if Sam Altman ever went there, but let's go. He's just a name that popped into my head. I don't think he did. In fact, no, we won't use him because I don't think he was on the list or anything like that. Well, we'll take like unknown fucking billionaire 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So unknown billionaire 1 is friends with Bill Gates. We know Bill Gates went to the island. Yeah. For whatever purpose. So he's gone to the island. He's got himself all wrapped up in it.
We don't know who went to the island. We
know he's on the flight. No. We know who was on the flight manifest to the island. I'm pretty sure Bill Gates was on the flight manifest. That's what
Okay.
people say. Oh, we want the list. We want the list. We had the list fucking ages ago. We had a flight manifest of people going, and that's how we knew Bill Clinton had been there like 6 or 7 times. So, let's say it is blackmail fuck island. I think it would become pretty fucking obvious to people that they were being blackmailed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Because
So there's something addictive there that just keeps them going.
No. Because I think maybe, but the thing is, the thing about addiction, and even most people, I think, that are in a tricky situation, will try and go to somebody that isn't in that situation. Go, you probably don't want to do this, but people were bringing people they knew.
Mm.
So if you're in, right, let's say you've been there, you've fucking sampled the delights of Epstein fucking world, and then like Johnny, billionaire from down the road, turns around to you and says, "Oh, I met that Ghislaine the other day, and she said they've invited me over to the island. Are you going to be there? They said that you go there as well. Maybe we could work the schedules out so we could go over there together. Apparently it's pretty cool. It's like girls and stuff there." You turn around and you go, maybe you want to sit this one out. Like, I've got myself in some trouble here. There's some like stuff. I don't want to get into it, but maybe don't go to the island.
Mm.
But there wasn't. People seem to keep going back and forwards all the time. That's the thing. Like, your Bill Clinton, your I mean, he was president at one point when he was there without security detail. Would you continue to compromise yourself? And people turn around and say, "Oh yeah, but he was a fucking sex addict. He was fucking everything." Yeah, he was fucking everything. He didn't need to go to the island. He was getting blowjobs in the Oval Office.
Well, why do a lot of people do what they do? They do what they do in order to have a good life, and having a good life is enjoying the things you enjoy and you have to work for it to get the things you enjoy. So the things that they enjoy were being provided probably on the island.
Yeah, but this is the thing. But
the risk factor there is, well, what's the point? What's the point in me and you working on this if we can't take our kids out, if we can't, enjoy Christmas, if we can't afford to pay the bills or go out with friends. But when you get to, I don't think everybody's manipulated like this, because I think some people just have true evil in them. But I think that they can, they know that sweet spot, and you'll have people that are sent out to find what these people like. So Johnny Big Bollocks that owns this massive business.
But why would you continue to go back?
Because it's great.
No, I don't. I'm not having that, Ollie. I'm not having it, because if you're told, like, if you go and then you're used, that means to be used, someone has to turn around. Someone has to turn around and say, "We got you, big bollocks. We got you last."
So what if there's something that goes on that island that is so fucking good that, and I'm not talking about. I'm not even talking about the fucking the heinous fucking things that was going on with kids.
Could be. You could be right, Ollie. Well, but all I'm trying to point out is the fact is that the story that it was just fuck island and people were getting blackmailed doesn't add up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I think there's some fucking Crowley shit going on that island.
Yeah. I think we're arguing the same point from different positions, aren't we? And it's my position on it is, like, because we keep hearing back, it's like, oh, Israel must have some stuff on Trump, or Russia must have stuff on Trump, and it's the CIA must have some stuff on everybody through this island. I just don't think I buy the blackmail operation. because
Do you know what
at some point with at some point with so many people involved that are in such close knit circles. At some point, people would just fucking stop going there.
I think there's something underneath it.
Well, I mean, part of the stories before it all got sucked up and people started going on about it is the idea that Ghislaine was a qualified submarine pilot.
I'd like the Egyptian guys that from Italy to fucking do that LiDAR thing over over Epstein Island.
Oh yes,
That's what
fucking
I'd like to see.
yeah. I'm all for it, Ollie. That's a fucking great shout.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
No, the same as I don't think we'll ever get the. I don't think we'll ever get the fucking Epstein names and stuff like that. And it's wild, isn't it? That there's
these people will be dead, and maybe their names might come out as they die.
I think there is definitely people. I mean, well, Epstein. Do you know what I mean? I was just saying, I think there's definitely people died over this, but supposedly Epstein's dead. I don't believe Epstein's dead.
Do you think that? I mean, I know it didn't happen this year or last year. If you're listening to this now. Well, you're not going to listen to this right now, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Technically, when people are listening to this, they are listening to this for them now.
Correct. Do you think that was real? Do you think that was Jeffrey Epstein in that footage, that drone footage, when he's leant over talking to the guy on the thing? He looks like him, Lee.
He does, but do you know what the other thing is? I don't know when that photograph was fucking taken.
Oh, you mean that could have been a couple of years before?
Could have been when he was because immediately your head goes to drone now, but it could have been like a plane. We've had radio controlled planes and stuff like that for a while with cameras and stuff on them.
It was a drone. I can remember the way that thing moved. It didn't move like a radio controlled airplane. I used to have a radio controlled airplane.
Well, it wasn't a video.
It was a video
of him. It was still.
No, it was a video.
Somebody flew a drone.
It was a video. It was a drone. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, 100%.
Are you not mixing that up when the
Nope.
FBI because there was a drone when the FBI
I watched
raided
it
the
this
place.
year.
Hey, I'll have to watch it because I thought the picture of the guy that looked like Jeffrey Epstein was just a still. I didn't realize that was part of a video.
No, it's definitely.
I mean, realistically, mate, we've got enough to go through right now.
That's fair enough.
We don't have to bring it up.
Can we just say I'm right?
No, but this is the thing. I don't know when it was done, though. That's the thing. We don't know.
Drones have been around for quite a long time.
Consumer drones, yeah. Well, what you've been able to buy at least like the DJI ones for what 5 years, something like that.
I think longer than that.
Probably. So you've been able to get like reasonably high resolution video from like half an hour, 20-minute flight time for a good chunk of time.
But also, just quickly there. Well, before we do quickly move on, because I think you're onto something there. Just because, so I think if that was before Jeffrey Epstein's death, I don't think there was that many consumer drones at the time. So if that was before, maybe it was somebody else with a drone that got the footage and released the footage after to put it into the conspiracy realm that he's still alive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, I always say that military and what have you is at least 10 years ahead. Maybe that was a drone that we hadn't, maybe it was a drone that we hadn't seen at the time and it was filming it prior to his death.
Yeah, see, I've got a good picture that'll do me. Hang on, I didn't realize I was going to do this, but I want to bring this up to show you. The reason I don't think Jeffrey Epstein is dead is because I believe that we saw the body getting brought out.
Yep.
I believe that was this man. That is Hillary Clinton's brother, Tony. Tony died shortly before Jeffrey Epstein died.
Right.
And I believe that they body switched. If I'm perfectly honest, I think they probably killed him, and they body switched him.
I mean, you could pull that off with that guy.
He looks like Jeffrey Epstein, doesn't he? He looks enough like Jeffrey Epstein.
No, but you could make him look like Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, and you won't. Don't forget, you only got that one thing of the side when he was lying down as well. Like I
if you look at that image there with him,
believe that's what it is.
With him with the baseball cap on.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be Jeffrey Epstein or Prince Andrew right there. You know,
he could be.
Looks like both of them.
But if someone said that was Jeffrey Epstein's brother, you'd take it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, that's why I think he's still alive.
Maybe he is Jeffrey Epstein's brother.
Maybe. Well, look,
maybe Jeffrey Epstein's fucking Hillary Clinton's brother.
Well, again, it's part of the thing. I know we have to move on and get on to the next topic here, but it's part of the thing that gets lost in the shuffle. There's so many of these things, and I think this is why you have the official theory and the official conspiracy theory, is because it means you can lose the stuff. One of the fucking things that Jeffrey Epstein was like known for was like he wanted to fucking he was a eugenicist.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought this up.
He wanted to spread his genes. He wanted to impregnate fucking thousands of women.
Yep.
There is a fetish with bloodlines when it comes to these people.
Some people mention cloning. Now, I find that really interesting because there's a fucking film called The Island.
Yes.
Where they clone fucking people.
Yeah.
What if that fucking island's got a full fucking complex underneath it?
Who knows?
What if that weird like Mickey Mouse building that looks like something really shit from Egypt has a fucking elevator going down?
Mm.
It's got a massive door on it. Fucking huge.
Fucking huge door.
Big old Disney looking door on that
It's
thing.
just one room as well, isn't it? It's like one.
Just
like
one room, and I
it's
think
like an office room.
If you looked at the state of that room, it's really clean inside, and then when they go inside and they film inside there, it's nothing. It's a few broken shelves. There's
a desk in there. It's weird. It's weird how it ended up looking. Did you see the other day? Actually, there was a load of like YouTube, TikTok influencers went over and did a load of filming on the island.
No.
Yeah, and it's like I'm watching this, and so they get a boat in, they sail in, they walk around the island, they take their videos and stuff like that. I'm watching this, going like, what in the fucking psyop is going on here?
Yeah, they've been allowed to do that.
It was the most sus thing I've ever watched.
Yeah, they've got a fucking guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always do the same thing as well. They approach by the same beach. They go up the same hill. They go to the thing. No one goes to the house. No one goes to Epstein's house. Which is weird. It's where I'd go. And you know what else I'd do? Wouldn't film it. Or at least I wouldn't publish it. The other thing I'd do, probably try and break in. But I'd be really quiet about it. Do you know where else I wouldn't go? Wouldn't go in the daytime. So where's the fucking sensible people?
I mean, I don't think you're sensible there, Lee. I think you're gonna die if you break into his house.
But where are the sensible people that go, maybe I shouldn't fucking do this, like fucking live stream it on the fucking gram and do it in broad daylight in fucking swimming shorts. Maybe I should think about what I'm doing. Maybe I should be armed. Maybe I should be wearing all black so you can't see me on this unlit island. Maybe that's the way I should fucking go about it.
Or maybe you should just have a satellite that does a LiDAR scan of the entire thing.
The guy that did Bohemian Grove. Have you ever seen the guy that stuck into Bohemian Grove a few years ago?
Yeah.
Not
Not Alex Jones.
Yeah, the guy snuck in, filmed all around the area, filmed the owl and stuff like that. Then he went back during the ceremony, hid in the trees, and filmed the fucking ceremony from inside. What a fucking guy!
Is he? Or is he allowed to do that?
No, I think he just had balls of fucking steel, that lad.
Probably.
Mm.
We need more people like that.
Anyway, you mentioned before pyramids, LiDAR scans, or whatever they're called.
Really? That's a segue.
That is a segue. This year did we find out? Have we found out that there is massive structures underneath the pyramids, Ollie? Fucking feels like it. Fucking feels like they're there, doesn't it?
Feels like it. However, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works.
I just pressed the button on my seat and I've dropped down about 3 foot.
Oh, yeah. I thought you just felt sorry for me.
I still look like a man size though.
I think that's where it stops. Because, well, one, did you see that? You saw the guy. Did you see the interview with Jesse on Jesse Michael's show?
Yes,
when he speaks about, and Jesse speaks about the job he's got with the Italian military. I think that's what he said, and he went well cagey on that, like to say, "Shut the fuck up now." So if that guy's mixed up with that, and he's done a scan of this, I kind of feel like that's all we're gonna get. Because I don't think it's all we're gonna get at all. I hope not, but it seems like they want to keep Egypt under wraps.
I think the Egyptian government is terrified of something coming out. I think. Oh, sorry. I think it comes in levels. Actually, I think there's probably some people out there that know what's there. Maybe they've even been down there, which is going to be embarrassing if it's like, we discovered this. We said fuck all. And then
been down there, they never returned.
But I think there's a surface level, like sort of normie level of politics in Egypt, which is terrified of the idea that the pyramids might be taken away from Egypt, as in like from the Egyptians, that they essentially they settled, they found, they didn't build. I think that's what's really in the way, but it depends. I think if there's I really believe if there's enough pressure that's put on and these scans can be made, because again, like, you keep using the technology, it only gets better.
At some point we're going to get full detail.
Yeah. So I think there'll be some real push towards that next year. If there wasn't going to be, it wouldn't have come out. I also don't believe that it's I don't believe him not wanting Jesse Michaels to talk about him like having some sort of military contract ties. I don't think that needs to be involved. It might be involved, but I don't think it needs to be. There's plenty of people that do stuff they don't want their day job involved in the other things they do.
Right. Let's just say that they built the pyramids on top of something that was already there.
Yeah.
And it may have been even almost pyramid shape to cover it up. It still doesn't explain how they got those massive rocks, those massive fucking slabs.
No, none of it.
It still doesn't explain that bit, so that bit's still a fucking mystery. But those things are about, what, a kilometre under the ground as well at the same time? So if it's going to break Egyptian culture, and that's the reason not to do it, or if it's going to break the fact that it's going to take the interest away from the pyramids and onto something else, then so be it. That's fucking even more interesting than the fucking pyramids themselves. If there's something underneath the pyramids that goes a mile, a kilometre under. That's fucking fascinating. That breaks everything in history.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's the danger.
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is, and I know I've said this on the podcast before, like it's one of my memories from school. We've talked before about how weird it is that everyone does like the Egyptology in the UK in primary school. It's quite strange. But I remember being sat in the classroom. I can remember the name of the kid that was sat next to me. I remember I was by the window seat. I remember looking at the textbook and looking at like drawings of little men with little white dresses on, like hoofing big stones up ramps of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And I must have only been 8 maybe, and I can remember looking at that and going, I cannot wait till I'm older and everybody knows how these were made. I can't believe now at my age we are still none the wiser.
But surely as a child then you were convinced that's how they were built.
I don't think so. No, don't think so. It could have also been on the back then. Maybe my teacher was saying like, well, "Look, we think it was built like that." Maybe my teacher was a little bit open, but I remember thinking, I can't wait till we know how these were built.
Do you know what I can't wait for? And if it happens, like again, I don't know if this guy might have been, if he's involved in the military and there is something fucking crazy underneath there that is powerful. It wouldn't surprise me that they put a stop to it and they get this guy on side and say, listen, you need to stop what you're doing. You need to come work with us. We're going to pay you. It's great technology you got, but these are the reasons why you cannot do this. But can you imagine if they start scanning things like the pyramids in Peru, the pyramids in China, the pyramid in Antarctica.
And they find the same things underneath them.
And they find the same fucking things.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
What if they're all fucking linked underground?
Fuck.
It goes under far enough.
It's just megalithic fucking lift accessed. Lift
for the little
access.
fucking aliens.
No, megalithic lift access to the Hollow Earth.
Yeah,
they're just lifts. It's like if you're down South America, you've got to go to like one of the big fucking square motherfuckers to get down to the Hollow Earth. If you're in Egypt, go to the pyramids. Stonehenge was filled in, unfortunately. There used to be a lift there.
Antarctica's been snowed in.
Yeah, Antarctica. It's not where it used to be. It was quite the holiday destination back then. And number 5 for our top conspiracies of 2025, and the final one we've got to talk about is the ever creeping Agenda 2030 and the totalitarian agenda for the world and like wider like countries. How we feel about it, Ollie? It feels like, you know, all the COVID things happened and we went, phew, well, I'm glad that's over. And it's really not.
No.
So what?
Because now we've got now we're all wondering about World War fucking 3. Well,
there's the impending threat of global conflict. I think is always a thing. I know it could be a tool that's used, but I can't really remember a time since the Gulf when I was a kid that there hasn't been some sort of threat of like global fucking calamity or war. I think there is something endemic in the human condition to move towards war. There is a we are like the planet seems big. We're essentially an island, though. You know, not everybody's got the resources. If you've got the resources one day, someone's going to want your resources tomorrow. So I don't think war is ever going to be like escape us.
I was thinking last night when I was watching Fallout, the new TV series, I was thinking, wouldn't it have been a great time just to put Fallout fucking 5 out round about this TV? And then I thought, it would also be a really good time to put it out when the world's fucking terrified of fucking nuclear weapons.
Yeah, a bit like when they released The Division just around about the time COVID dropped.
Was The Division something to do with COVID?
It was a flu virus, wasn't it?
Was it? Right, I didn't play much Division at the time.
Yeah. I remember playing it during lockdown.
I played Division 2 a little bit.
Yeah.
I just thought it was looter shooter thing.
The first one was better because there was snow involved.
Ah, right. Always
Games in snow are always better. But yeah, no, you're right. You got rising prices. We've got the people like these companies that are and Bill Gates buying up mass swathes of farmland,
doing nothing with it.
Yeah, there is this incredible fucking race towards AI, like which. I've thought about this AI a lot since we had Bart on the show. I find it really weird, you know, like it's so strange. So we talk about some crazy mad shit, like crazy shit, and I find it so strange when people get upset about somebody talk about religion.
Yeah,
it's really weird. Like we can talk about aliens and pixies and fucking fairies and vampires till the cows come home. But the minute somebody with some faith comes on the podcast, a lot of people go, "Oh my God, I wish you'd stop talking about fucking God. God, why can't he talk about something sensible like interdimensional fucking Bigfoot?" It's weird. But one thing I think he did point out, which I thought was
who do you think made fucking Bigfoot interdimensional?
But yeah, one of the things I did think he pointed out, which I found really interesting, was when he was talking about the idea of like mockery towards God. So the like the unsinkable vessel, the when he talked about the Titanic, the ship God himself couldn't sink, the Tower of Babel, and then I thought to myself, AI is like our Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Because we're like the idea was the Tower of Babel to reach God. Was it to reach the heavens?
I think so. Yeah,
something like that. So the idea of it, like I think you could, you could use that as like an allegory, if allegory is the right word.
I could be wrong. Well, we could be wrong on that. They could be quite satanic. I don't know.
We could have been wrong for the last hour and a half, if we're honest, Ollie. But if you want to say, it's something to reach God, then surely trying to build an electronic one would fall in the same box.
Yeah.
So then I thought, well, if all the other things have failed, it popped up that Oracle, that big AI company, posted massive losses last week because they've essentially poured all this money into AI, and then someone's gone, "That's great. How do we make money out of this?" And someone's gone, don't know. Like we can make pictures of cats, and they've realised that there isn't like very little way of recouping the losses they've put in. So there's part of me wonders whether AI bubble's going to burst, and it's going to be one of the things that sort of really fucking sends us back
to the Stone Age.
No, like currency, just like tanks fucking markets. I've long.
That's what I meant. Back to the Stone Age. Say tanks, markets, fucking everything's financial collapse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing stays alive.
I don't know. I don't think something will happen like that. I think people will essentially still want to try and fucking survive. So I don't think things will go back to the Stone Age. They might go to Soviet Russia, you know, where you're taking wheelbarrows of money to the shops to buy a loaf of bread. But yeah, it just struck me as interesting that there seems to be a panic on one side of the aisle. Meanwhile, it now costs fucking $600 for 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM because these AI data centers are going like, we'll take all of the chips, thank you very much. And someone will say, no, we'll just make more so consumers can have them. That's fine. We'll take those too. And it's just this race, and it's pricing people out of stuff. It's everything we do in day-to-day life that people are just getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed.
Is this Google power plant still going on? I know they was talking about Google was talking
I think
about.
Elon Musk's doing one as well, because this is the thing, that it takes massive amounts of power to do this.
Yeah, but where's the end game with this?
I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. That's the weird thing. And people say, oh, it's for smart cities. You go, oh, I mean, is it? Is that really going to recoup the money that they're putting into it? The Agenda 2030 idea of this would be that, like, I think what's going to happen is over the course of 2026, you're going to see the component prices. I'm so happy I got a laptop last year. That's a wild thing. My laptop, which is nothing, it's definitely more of a work laptop. It's not got a graphics card. It's got an integrated graphics card. I use a HP Spectre 16-inch like OLED display was one of the key selling points for me because I look at it for so fucking much. This is £500 more now than it was 4 months ago when I bought it.
Wow.
That's mental. Usually you commit to buying a laptop and then you never look at laptops until you want to buy another one because you don't want to be upset by what you could have bought for the same money like 6 months later and how cheap your thing is now.
I should have got my wife that new Samsung on Black Friday.
You should have done. Absolutely should have done. That was probably the last opportunity to buy a cheap thing. Because I even thought about myself. I thought, no, do you know what? Fuck phones. If I'm so tired of fucking mobile phones. I don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna have one. Obviously, I'm still gonna have one. But like
they all do the same thing.
They all do the same thing. I want off that fucking ride. If I'm honest, like I paid for my shopping today with a bank card.
When you say you paid for it with cash, then I'll be impressed.
I paid yesterday.
Not even paper cash. I paid for it with a bag of coins.
I paid with a premium bond. But yeah, it's... I paid for my shopping last week with cash.
Oh, well done.
But it's scary. Like, look, over here in the UK, we're looking at fucking... like brick card and digital ID and stuff like that, just to be able to work soon, which is.
I think they're going to. I think it kind of seems like they've stamped on the digital ID, but I think they're gonna scurry around it and get it out anyway in a way.
Quiet. Yeah, they've just stopped talking about it. The plans are still there. And again, the other terrifying thing about that is maybe it doesn't come out. Maybe like track and trace, it doesn't come out, and the QR code stuff for COVID, it doesn't come out. But what it does mean is that somebody has been paid fucking millions for a product that will never hit the market. So in that case, maybe the digital ID card was never supposed to succeed. Maybe it was always supposed to be like backhanders and brown envelopes
money
flying
laundering
everywhere. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Like I don't know what's going to happen with this stuff. Like, but what I was saying about the pricing people out of hardware is that leads directly though into Klaus Schwab's and Agenda 2030. Like, you will own nothing and you'll be happy, because I guarantee you in 2026 will be the year that Nvidia, Apple, and because Apple haven't really said anything about it yet, Microsoft will be on the verge of doing it, where you can like do your cloud PC, and the big companies, because you've got a couple of companies right now, like obviously Nvidia do video game streaming. There's another company called Boosteroid which do like video game streaming through that, but you don't get access to like the full computer with those services. For that, you have to go for something like Shadow PC, which and that's quite expensive for pretty shit hardware as well. Now you're still talking like if you go on their lower tier like GTX like 1080s in them rather than even RTX cards. It's pretty. I don't know why anyone would pay for some of those tiers, but I think you'll see manufacturers like Microsoft, eventually Apple, when they decide it's easy enough, because that's the thing with Apple. It's not necessarily about getting out first; it's to make it the most accessible they can.
Yeah.
But the reasonably priced cloud computing will be, and the sales pitch will be, well, you just give us £13 a month, and you get you can buy this. They will have like a cheap interface unit for it, so it's like an Apple version of a shitty Chromebook or something. Well, you never need to upgrade it, because in 12 months' time, your fucking MacBook Cloud will go from like MacBook Cloud 17 to MacBook Cloud 18, and it'll be like you've got a new computer, but you haven't actually paid anything towards it, because they'll just be updating the software at like the back end in the server.
Subscription services one of the things as well. Like when you talk about people being on their ass, a lot of these subscription services. Some people actually fucking need them, and they have to pay for them. And it's like, where does it?
Everything will be Adobe.
Everything will be subscription service at some point.
Everything will be Adobe, and as Adobe have shown, that when you have a stranglehold on the market and you force people to pay monthly subscriptions for it, the subscriptions go up and the quality of service goes down.
It wouldn't surprise me if fucking water will be a fucking subscription service at some point.
That's what they want. You'll own nothing. You'll be happy.
I'll be fucking poor.
Yeah, you will. We all will. I think it's one of the reasons. I think again, I'm not being like a fucking Linux evangelist, but I think it's an important time to at least have whatever you need to do to have the computer hardware that is good enough to do the tasks you need to do. That if you don't think, if you can future-proof that enough as possible, great. Learn Linux, learn open source, so you don't have to be as reliant on big tech companies. I don't think it's a bad move. I don't think it's a bad move for everybody.
You might have to teach me that.
Especially if you're a content creator. Bazai is fucking... If you're a gamer or a content creator, Bazai is fucking ace. I genuinely love this laptop with Bazai on it. It's my favourite OS I've used for a long time. Can't fucking wax lyrical enough about it. But yeah, look, we've got an hour and 40 minutes. We could keep talking about Agenda 2030 and whatever's going on in the world enough. We could go into the migrant crisis that's going across the UK. We could talk about a plethora of things.
The weather control, everything.
Yeah. But that was just like a little snapshot of when we were thinking about conspiracy theories that we've touched on over the course of the year. These felt like some of the biggest ones. I mean, the Agenda 2030 is kind of a bit more all-encompassing. You know, I think you could argue everything we spoke about beforehand kind of comes back to the
It all balls into
Agenda 2030.
One bowl, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So anyway, keep liking, subscribing, doing all the things. I hope you enjoy the fact that we're back on YouTube. We've seen some comments from you guys being happy you're back on YouTube. We're back on YouTube as well. Keep commenting if you're on Rumble. Like watch or listen on whatever platform you prefer to. But whatever you do listen to us on, make sure you make yourselves known, because it's really important. It's really important for the algorithm that you stick your head up and go, I quite like this.
Sharers.
Share us with everybody. Give us to people who
It's
don't
free.
like us.
Give people. You would be giving somebody a gift that would keep
the
on
gift
giving.
of us.
Yeah.
Give
In
the
their
gift of
ears.
us. I will come in their ears. As
Me
a
too.
gift. Deeply in their ear holes. Ollie, take us out.
I really need to urinate. I need to urinate for about half an hour now, and I think a little bit has escaped.
Oh,
I don't know if it's urine though. It might be something else.
I needed a baby wee the other day.
A
Like,
what?
as in a baby wee. I needed the toilet so badly, and I was in the van coming home from work. I really need to go, and it was so close. And then I ran in the house. I thought I really need to go to the toilet, but I've only had box shorts on under my bib and brace overalls. So I pulled my overalls off, and when I pulled my overalls off to go to the toilet, because I hadn't put the heating or anything on in the house at that point, the temperature changed. Remember how when you used to change change your son's nappy, and when you used to take the nappy off them because of the temperature change, they'd wee. I was so close.
Yeah, you usually pee right all over my fucking hands or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
You almost said face then, didn't you? And you.
Well, no,
stopped
it did happen in the
yourself.
face. Yeah, it did. It did.
That was good. It was good. Yeah. Ooh, it's not good.
It's a good. It's always a good note to end a podcast on. Babies
Yeah.
pissing in somebody's face.
I know who they're going to go after for the fucking next island. We will be back next week. Thanks very much for listening, people.
Goodbye.